now we are going to see something that was mentioned in the seafood. A big pool. We're going to go down and see the pool.
The empty pool. What's behind us? And to the right. Just a little bit. Just play house.
Yep.
Take it in.
Yep.
Сначала построена византийская церковь в V веке. Вот эти вещи, они несущие опоры, это ее. Вот это все была византийская церковь. Она была построена маленькая.
I stood up there and shot down.
See, ain't nobody jumping.
Вот дом стоит, да, вот они как бы с двух сторон к этому на территории этого дома.
They'll let you through. Excuse me, please.
Remember, Jesus never witnessed the
Excuse.
temple. He prophesied. He prophesied. So this is witnessing. Perfect catch. All the way up there. My feet on your hands. All right, so the passage is from John chapter 5. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem, by the sheep gate, which is right over there, you can see, that's it, take it on, a pool in Aramaic called Bethesda, and it's called different things in different Bibles, which has 5 roof colonnades. So think about that. There are 5 roofs. It was elaborate. It was something built by Herod, so of course it was elaborate. It was really nice. So Herod built this really nice thing over this large water cistern, this source of water, where they stored water for the city. But what became of this place? Probably not what Herod intended. In these lay a multitude of invalids, blind, lame, and paralyzed. One man was there who had been an invalid for 38 years. Okay, so we'll stop there for a minute. So there was a legend, and we don't necessarily really know the source of this legend, that an angel would come and stir the water, and when that would happen, the first one in would be healed. And something must have perpetuated this legend, because these people kept coming back. I think the main reason that they were brought there is, imagine, you have a family, one of your family members is crippled, but you still have to work, you still have to take care of your kids. What do you do with this crippled family member? Hey, there's a place over there at the Pool of Bethesda, and every day they would bring their crippled relative and they'd lay them down and they'd say, maybe you will be healed today. And then they would leave and go off to work and they'd bring in some food later on. But this was just kind of a place where they were left. And in this beautiful place that Herod had built. And so this story was perpetuated and the people were brought here and they believed it. So they had in their mind an idea. This is important because people always get in their mind an idea. And sometimes we get stuck with that idea. And there's no other way. And this is the way. This is how you do what you do. So these crippled people had this in their mind. So when Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had already been there a long time, he said to him, do you want to be healed? Jesus, all these people are sick and lame. You know, you ever heard that person talk to the person and say, oh, I have a gift of healing. I prayed for someone and I've healed these people. And they're like, well, why don't you go clear out the hospitals? Well, Jesus didn't clear out the hospitals. He was at a hospital here. But he had a mission for one person. So do you want to be healed? Now, here's the sick man's perspective. He wants to be healed, but it's impossible because there's only one way for him to be healed. In his mind, there's only one way for this to happen because he's stuck in a way of thinking. So the sick man answered him. He didn't say yes. He was like, all is lost. There's no hope for me. It's not an issue whether I do or don't want to be healed. It's just not possible. He said, the sick man answered him, sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up, and while I am going, another steps down before me. So there must have been times where he started to pull himself, in that direction, but it was all lost. Jesus said to him, and I love how direct this is. Jesus didn't ask for faith. Oftentimes, why was this person healed? Because they had faith. Why was this person healed? Because they sought out Jesus. This man had no idea what was going on. None whatsoever. Jesus said to him, get up, take up your bed and walk. Imagine the sensation this man felt in that moment. He had been crippled all his life, and suddenly in his body he's feeling things he has never felt. Never. What is this new feeling? What is this sensation? Suddenly he realizes he can stand up and he can walk, and the sick man, and at once the man was healed, and he took up his bed and walked. He did what he was told to do, and then verse 5, now it was the Sabbath. So it was the Sabbath during a feast. John always pairs events with feast days. It was Passover, it was the Feast of Booths. This time he's very non-specific. He just said it was one of the feasts of the Jews. And so what the commentators do is they all argue about which one it is, but we don't really know which one it is. So it's during the feast, lots of people are in town. That's when Jesus liked to do miracles. It was on a Sabbath. That's when Jesus liked to do miracles. This man was healed, but there was a bigger thing going on. Jesus was trying to get people's attention. And just like Moshe said earlier today, he's pushing back on the authority. And that's what he's doing here too. Healing on the Sabbath is pushing back on the authority, and he's getting their attention. Now that day was the Sabbath, so the Jews said to the man who had not been healed, it is the Sabbath, and it is not lawful for you to take up your bed. So apparently it was lawful to go out and enforce laws on the Sabbath. That was okay. But he answered them, the man who healed me, the man said to me, take up your bed and walk. They asked him, who is the man who said to you, take up your bed and walk? Now the man who had been healed did not know who it was. Isn't that awesome? Because sometimes we think, if I really want to receive something from the Lord, I have to do some work. Because that's how our minds work. I have to show some work, some display of faith. Sometimes God just doesn't work in our lives because he loves us. And he wants to manifest his glory. And he wants to manifest his power. He wants other people to see it. Sometimes it's all grace with a secondary message. And that's what we see here. He didn't even know. The blind man went down to the pool of Siloam. He washed, off his eyes, suddenly he could see it. And like, who did this? He goes, how would I know? I've been blind up until now. He isn't here with me. And so it wasn't even known, wasn't even revealed to him. And so the man who had been healed did not know who it was, but Jesus had withdrawn, as there was a crowd in that place. Afterward, Jesus found him in the temple. This is what Jesus liked to do. He liked to show up later. And he said, see, you are well. Sin no more, that nothing worse may happen to you. Nothing worse than being perfect. What happens that's worse than being perfect? Living a life of sin, living a life of selfishness, living a life of destruction, living a life of spiritual death and loss. So the man went away and told the Jews that it was Jesus who had healed him. This is why the Jews were persecuting Jesus, because he was doing these things on the Sabbath. But Jesus answered them, my Father is working until now, and I am working. It's the Sabbath, well guess what? My Father's working. When my Father's working, I'm working. I have work to do. My work is to reveal His glory and His power. That happened right here at this pool, where some myth perpetuated the idea that people can lay here and wait for the water to bubble up. And Jesus did something completely different. Imagine what all those other invalids were thinking. They looked around. How did he get healed? How is he walking? He didn't go in the water. Because it's not always the way we think it is. So even the Lord works in mysterious ways. You hear that all the time. And sometimes we think it has to work this way, but it's not like that.
And he was the frequent visitor, so everybody was used to seeing him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Suddenly his spot was open.
Right.
It wasn't a good one. That's it. We're going to go sing. Well, Shay's going to lead us in a song.
No, not great. I want to say something to you for me.
Yep.
I'm using this. Can I? First of all, when you read something, you have to read it and you have to read it carefully. And every word matters. Every word matters. So the word which is matters, first of all, Jesus is asking him a question. Do you want to be well? Now imagine to yourself that you are the guy or you're the friend of the guy. What would you have said? And be honest with me. Don't try to schmaltz me. Tell me the truth. No. You know what you would say? Give me a break.
Yeah.
The guy's been sick all his life. Don't you understand he wants to be well? Come on, Jesus, give me a break. That's what you would have said. If the man is sick, he doesn't want to be well?
Yeah.
Have you met anybody sick that doesn't want to be well?
Yeah.
I'm serious. Have you met anybody?
No.
Have you met anybody?
No.
So tell me his name. People, why asking the question? He didn't need to ask him. He could have healed him just like that. Why is asking? You know, when I read it, I said, hello, what's going on here? Why asking the question? People, the guy, 38 years, most of his life, is he independent? Is he independent?
No.
No. Wash me, cook me, take me, will me, you understand?
Yeah.
What happened when you be well? It's 180 degrees of your life change. People, you will be independent, not dependent. When you are sick, you are dependent, especially when you're lame. Now you're going to be okay. What do you have to do? Wash for yourself, clean for yourself, cook for yourself. That's a mental change. Are you really? There's no really in the Bible. Do you really want to be well? Or maybe do you like to take advantage of the situation? You're so much used to it. And I'm sure I was not there. Maybe he saw the look at his eye. Maybe this is why the guy was different. He understood he wants to be well, and then he heals him. And the healing happened in a very interesting day, which is I'm going to ask you a question. I have the answer. I don't want you to answer me before you think. You have to answer me after you thought. And my question is simple, but don't answer automatically. Is it allowed by Jewish law to heal on a Sabbath? Think before you answer. Yes or no? Did you hear the answer? Allowed. What is not allowed? People, pack your mat and go. You remember the hotel you stayed in Tiberia?
Yeah.
Was there a Shabbat elevator or not?
Yes.
Can you imagine this? I can't even do this. What is the matter with those crazy Jews? No work should be done. Now, I'm not going to answer you the question of healing or not healing because I'm not a rabbi. But I will ask you to talk to a rabbi when you leave. And I have news for you, better than talk to a rabbi. I give you a number to call. We have a hospital in Jerusalem called the Gate of Righteous, right by the Holocaust Museum, Shaarei Tzedek, famous hospital. The management and the founders, Orthodox Jews. Did you hear what I say? What did I say now?
All Orthodox Jews.
Most of the doctors have kippah. You know the word kippah? Meaning they are
Orthodox.
They're Orthodox, not just Jews. I'm a Jew too. I'm not Orthodox. What do you think? The hospital closed on Shabbat or open on Shabbat?
Open.
Very much open. I'll tell you a story that happened to me. I was leading a group of Catholics, and I had a sister in the group. Whatever talk I gave here, he doesn't care because he's a Jew. He talks, he doesn't know anything. She was injured. We walked upon Sunday. She did not listen to what I say. Walk slowly and don't rush. And she slept, hurt her back. We had to take her to a hospital. Which hospital? She was there 10 days.
Wow.
10 days including
Shabbat.
On a Saturday, she saw a religious doctor coming to her bed with a kippah. She almost fainted. All of her beliefs of what she read. How can it be? Jews are not working. He's an Orthodox Jew. She said to him, doctor, what are you doing? He said to him, is much more important than to do. Now, listen carefully. And you don't have to believe me, I advise you to call a rabbi. What is not permitted for him is to write, what do you call it? Prescription. He has a man, not Jew, next to him, and he is dictating to him what to do, and he is writing what to do. And the only thing you don't get from this hospital is when you are dismissed, they will tell you, we don't give you the invoice, come later on, or we'll email it to you after Shabbat and come pay. And they believe and people are paying. So what is not okay, pack your mat and leave. If you ever live by Orthodox Jews, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I've never been to that much in Virginia, I don't know if you have Orthodox Jewish community.
We do.
There is even a Sabbath day walk. Even to walk to a synagogue more than a certain distance is not allowed because it's work. But to heal, allowed. Not to inject Botox, but to heal is allowed. Now I made it a little bit fun, but you understand what I'm saying. Now people, be with me. Let me tell you another problem the Jews have been struggling with. What happens if somebody dies at your home? On a Sabbath day, it can happen. He dies at your home on a Sabbath. You are not supposed to stay with a corpse in your house. It says clearly. So what do? You let it stay the whole Shabbat? What do? You're not supposed to do any work.
Call somebody.
What do? Now you can't call. There is no other. Only Jews are there. Call on a Sabbath, yes.
More important to get him out.
Huh?
More important to get him out.
No, how? Not allowed. How? The Jewish rabbis are struggling with an important question. People, this is serious. Maybe you are laughing. But to the Orthodox Jews, it's not a joke. The rabbis can't even have it. You're going to laugh, but I'll say it anyhow. When we are eating bread, we are allowed to pass bread one to the other. Allowed. We bless the bread before you come to my home on Shabbat. I hope one day it will happen. Or I'll be your guest, maybe, you never know. And I will share bread with you. I bless the bread. I give the bread to each and every one of you to eat after I bless it. If I'm the head of the table. So the solution was, and you're going to laugh, but I'm saying anyhow. You put the bread on the cord.
No way.
I'm telling you, you're going to laugh. And you move the bread. You understand? You move the body, but you actually move the bread. To move bread, it's allowed. Not to, you understand? This is like sophistication. But people don't laugh. These people, it's important for them not to violate the law and to find a solution. And they found a solution. You may laugh, you may not laugh. To the Orthodox Jews, it is important. Orthodox Jews are not going to do any kind of work. They don't even push the button.
Yeah.
People, my own sister, don't go for, is Orthodox Jew, unfortunately she died. Orthodox, ultra, my own sister, my grandfather was a rabbi. In her home, they have toilet paper prepared for Shabbat. They tore it ahead of time. You can laugh, but that's what they do. So it shows you the extent of Shabbat, how important, but on the other hand, how important it is to bring life or to maintain life. So we are struggling between the two. This is one. By the way, you don't have to be with me. I do advise you to call a rabbi in your neighborhood and ask him this question. And final word. You heard about the lame and the blind. Aren't you surprised? Of all of the problems in Jerusalem, he only heals two. There is leprosy. There is other issues. Why only those two? Actually, you should know the answer. Because today you heard the lady Fernie, my friend, talking about lame and blind. Who are the people that the Jebusite king is going to put on the walls of Jerusalem? To God. The lame and the blind. Did they prevent David of taking over the city? No. Jesus, unlike David, they did it with the sword. The sword, remember, he conquered. But he is a descendant of David. He is going to use, look at me when I said the word use. He's going to use the lame and the blind to take over his city. He called it my beloved city. Not with the power of the sword, but with the power of the Spirit. And therefore, it can only be the lame and the blind. The lame and the blind of David will be the lame and the blind of Jesus. The lame and the blind that David was able to take over are not the same people, but this is why it has to be only the lame and the blind. Yes, but we understand why. The Messiah come from the line up. Exactly. Don't be surprised, people. Now, I want to show you something before we leave, because I know you're going to ask the question, do we have water here? And where is Sarah? She disappeared already? And where is your daughter Abigail? Did she left us already? No, she is here. Now, they both have stones. You are not going to stone the people, but you're going to come with me. And you have a stone too. All three of you coming with me. We're going to walk down. I don't want everybody to go dark. I want everybody to be close to us. And you hear the noise as we drop water. Meaning, under this church, Pastor, one of the five you talked about is under the church. So absolutely we have a water reservoir under the church. Okay? Come with you, please.
Three people. People will stone.
We're going to drop stone number 3. Alex. Thank you.
And then it comes to dove.
The dove came up out of there.
Reincarnation. The stones became pigeons.
People, did you hear the sound?
Yes.
Are you ready to go to the church and sing?
Yes.
Go, take your picture. Let's go to the church.
Get started.
Let me go that way. I want to go that way.
Only Moshe.
It looks pretty deep from up here.
Where's Sarah going? I'm like, why does everyone not keep seeing where I'm at? I'm not that small.
So they went way down there. There's the water. Yes, sure can. Coins down in there. A little bridge. That is a Roman cistern. Yes, you can see it. Be careful, big steps though.
Come on, you guys. We gotta keep up with our Jewish Bernie Sanders. Yes, I'm on the way. Yeah, I think the whole thing. Here, some would want to draw in here, but then if it's winter and a lot of rain, it all the way to there.
Where did the people lay on this thing though? Up on these edges?
Over at the far end. Over
The
that way.
people down there?
So
I don't know.
Come into here.
Because it's a slope.
Jason, I don't know. I want to ask you. Oh, we're gonna miss it. You can't talk and do that.
You're right.
No ladies are here. Somebody wants to record the record. What they can record it. Is recording. People, do you need some more time here to take picture of any kind?